What the?
What?
What was that?
Oh, that was amazing. Wow.
Alright. Wow. Good morning, guys. Good afternoon. Cameron Dallas is now trading. I love you, Rebecca. Let's top off the morning. Very nice. Okay. You want water? Really quick.
Sure.
What did you do with those waters?
Yeah.
Did you bring them in?
Maybe. Maybe. Hi, honey. What up?
Oh shit!
What?
I forgot to read the
Nope.
Wow. Okay, hold on, guys. We're just getting water. Yours didn't read chapter 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I didn't read this morning, but I forgot. Wait. I feel like I'm Superman, like reading quick. Oh shit. So basically in chapter 5, I'm like, oh wait, let me tweet.
You want to start reading the chapter 6? Give people a quick refresher.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. So I'll read from page 85. I'll read from page 85 and then go through here. But let me tweet this really quick so people actually know. Cam's book club. Bring your books and bring your friends.
Got him.
'Cause I'm reading, motherfucker.
Sorry, guys.
'Cause I'm okay, wait. .com.
Hi, Emma and Eddie, if you're watching.
Are they gonna watch?
They did last week.
YouNow.com/ Cameron Dallas _1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just posted a Vine too with Christian. Yosh is in it. 11K in 6 minutes, that's decent. Alright, bruh.
What'd you think of Cameron's new Vine?
Oh yeah, if you guys don't know who Yosh is, he lives with us. Dude, they can see how dirty it is. Room.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
I love you, Gina. But if you don't know who Yosh is, he stays with us. He's a boss. He's just a boss. Family friend. And he helps us a lot. So we're on page 85 of The Fault in Our Stars. If you haven't been keeping up with us, this is like the 5th or 4th, 5th? Maybe the 5th or 4th. But yeah, so we're basically reading The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. We're on page 85. Well, I'm going to start on page 85 and then read through the last couple pages of chapter 5. Then we'll go into chapter 6 and 20 pages together. You guys are stuck with me for 20 pages. Yosh finally got his own book, so we're gonna have to share. Okay. Are you guys ready? Yeah, his friend that went blind, he finally got the surgery done. And there's a really funny part. Really fucking funny. No, I said which part? Okay, look. So his friend, she goes and visits him, and he's still like talking about the girl that just dumped him. But she goes, the nurse, having finished the bandage change, stepped back. "It's only been a day, Isaac," she said, vaguely condescending. "You've got to give yourself time to heal, and 14 months isn't that long. Not in..." The nurse left. "Is she gone?" I nodded, then realized he couldn't see me nod. "Yeah," I said. So it's kind of funny, but wait. And he says, "I'll see." Really? Did she seriously just say "I'll see," but he's blind?
It's a good line. It's a good line.
You want to read a page for once?
Just waiting for you to ask, buddy.
Page 85. You guys ready? Page 85, The Fault in Our Stars. Long.
Okay. "Do you ever throw them away?" I asked him. "One of the many benefits of not smoking is that packs of cigarettes last forever," he answered. "I've had this one for almost a year. A few of them are broken near the filters, but I think this pack could easily get me to my 18th birthday. He held the filter between his fingers, then put it in his mouth. "So, okay," he said. "Okay, name some things that you never see in Indianapolis." Skinny adults," I said. He laughed. "Good, keep..." "Restaurants, topography. All excellent examples of things we lack. Also culture." "Yeah." Realizing where he was taking me. "Are we going to the museum?" In a manner of speaking. "Oh, are we going to that park or whatever?" Gus looked a bit deflated. "Whatever," he said. "You figured it out, haven't you?" Figured what out?" "Nothing." "There was this park behind the museum where a bunch of artists had made big sculptures. I'd heard about it, never visited. We drove past the museum right next to this basketball court filled with huge blue and red
balls. Oh. Steel arcs. Alright, guys. Top of page 86. What was that? Filled with huge blue and red steel arcs that imagined the path of bouncing balls. A bouncing ball. That's amazing. We walked down what passes for to this clearing where kids were climbing all over this huge, oversized skeleton sculpture. The bones each about waist high, and the thigh bone was longer than me. It looked like a child's drawing of a skeleton rising up out of the ground. My shoulder hurt. I worried the cancer had spread from my lungs. I imagined the tumor
metastasizing.
I imagined the tumor metastasizing into my own bones. A slithering eel of intent. "Funky bones," Augusta said. "Created by Joe van Lieshout." "Sounds Dutch." "He is," Gus said. "So is Rick Smits. So are tulips." Gus stopped in the middle of the bones right in front of us and slipped his backpack off one shoulder, then the other. He unzipped it, producing an orange blanket, a pint of orange juice, and some sandwiches were wrapped in plastic wrap with the crust cut off. What's not wanting to let myself imagine that all this would lead to Amsterdam? National color of Netherlands, of course. You remember William of Orange and everything. He wasn't on the GED test. I smiled, trying to contain my excitement. Sandwich? He asked. Let me guess, I said. Dutch cheese and tomatoes. The tomatoes are from Mexico, sorry. You're always such a disappointment, Augustus. Couldn't you have at least gotten orange tomatoes? He laughed, and we ate our sandwiches in silence, watching the kids play on the sculpture. I couldn't very well ask him about it, so I sat there surrounded by Dutchness, feeling awkward and hopeful. In the distance, soaked in the unblemished sunlight, so rare and precious in our made a skeleton into a playground, jumping back and forth from among the prosthetic bones. Two things I love about this, Augustus said. He was holding the unlit cigarette between his fingers, flicking at it as if to get rid of the ash. He placed it back in his mouth. First, the bones are just far enough apart that if you resist the urge to jump between them. Like, you just have to jump from rib cage to skull, which means that second the sculpture essentially forces children to play on bones. The symbolic resonances are endless, Hazel Grace. You do love symbols, I said, hoping to steal the conversation back toward the many symbols of the Netherlands at our picnic. Right about that, you're probably wondering why you're eating a sandwich and drinking orange juice, and why I'm wearing the jersey of a man who played a sport I have come to loathe. Is that right?
Yeah, loathe, hate.
It has crossed my mind, I said. Hazel Grace, like so many children before you, and I, say this with great affection. You spent your wish hastily. Is that right?
Yeah.
With little care for the consequences. The grim reaper and the fear of dying with your wish still in your proverbial pocket led you to rush towards the first wish you could think of. And you, like so many others, chose the cold and artificial pleasures of the theme park. She, in the previous chapter, they're talking about using like one wish to meet the author, and she chose to go to Disneyland twice.
Wow, twice?
Yeah, Disneyland really isn't that great for it. Phone's off, whatever that means. I love you, Bridget. Alright, ready? I actually had a great time on that trip. I met Goofy. I'm in the midst of a
soliloquy.
I'm in the midst of a soliloquy. I wrote this out and memorized it, and if you interpret me, and if you interrupt me, I will completely screw it up. Augustus interrupted. I don't know why I said interpret.
It looks like that.
Yeah, kind of. Please, to be eating your sandwich was inevitably dry, but I smiled and took a bite anyway. Okay, where was I? The artificial pleasures. He returned the cigarettes to its pack. Right. The cold and artificial pleasures of the theme park. But let me submit that the real heroes of the Wish Factory are the young men and women who wait like Vladimir and Estragon. What?
Yeah.
Vladimir and Estragon. And good Christian girls wait for marriage. These young heroes wait.
Stoically.
Huh?
Stoically.
These young heroes wait stoically and without complaint for their one true wish to come along. Sure, it may never come along, but at least they can rest easily in the grave knowing that they've done their little part to preserve the integrity as an idea. But then again, maybe it'll come along. Maybe you'll realize that your one true wish is to visit the brilliant Peter Van Houten in his Amsterdam exile, and you will be glad indeed to have saved your wish. Augustus stopped speaking long enough that I figured the solemnity was over. But I didn't save my wish, I said. Ah, he said, and then I felt like a practiced pause. He nodded. Ah. Ooh. Slay. I'm actually falling asleep. I love your voice. Wait. Hi, Nikki. I want to see these comments.
Slay.
That's cute that he gave his wish, though.
Yeah, I like that.
He's gonna use his wish. Smart little cookie. Okay. But I saved mine. Really? I was surprised that Augustus was wish eligible. What with being still in school and a year into remission. You had to be pretty sick for the genies to hook you up with that. There was all the... Wait. Really? I was surprised that Augustus was wishable. Still in school and a year into remission. You had to be pretty sick for the genies to hook you up with a wish. I got it in exchange for the leg, he explained. There was all this light on his face. He had to squint to look at me, which made his nose crinkle adorably. Now, I'm not going to give you my wish or anything, but I also have an interest in meeting Peter Van Houten. And it wouldn't make sense to me his book. His definitely wouldn't, I said. So I talked to the genies, and they are in total agreement. They said Amsterdam is lovingly... They said Amsterdam is lovely in of May. They proposed leaving May 3rd and returning May 7th. Augustus, really? He reached over and touched my cheek, and for a moment I thought he might kiss me. My body tensed, and I think he saw it, because he pulled his hands away. Augustus, I said, really? You don't have to do this. Sure I do. I found my wish. God, you're the best, I told him. I bet you say that to all the boys who finance your international travel, he answered. No. Chapter 6. You want to read it?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Page 1?
We're on page 91.
Mom was folding my while watching this TV show called The View when I got home. I told her that the tulips and the Dutch artist were all because Augustus was using his wish to make me to Amsterdam. That's too much, she said, shaking her head. We can't accept that from a virtual stranger. He's not a stranger. He's easily my second best friend. Behind Caitlin? Behind you, I said. It was true, but I mostly said it because I wanted to go to Amsterdam. She said after a moment. Dr. Marissa said I couldn't go to Amsterdam without an adult in my case, which more or less meant either Mom or Dr. Maria herself. My dad understood my cancer the way I did, in the vague and incomplete way people understand electrical circuits, ocean tides. But my mom knew more about differentiated thyroid carcinoma in adolescents than oncologists. So you'll come, I said. The genies will pay for it. The genies are loaded. But your father, she said, he would miss us. It wouldn't be fair to him, and he can't get time off work. Are you kidding? You don't think Dad would enjoy a few days of watching TV shows that are not about aspiring models and ordering pizza every night, using paper towels as plates so he doesn't have to do the dishes? Mom laughed. Finally, she started to get excited, typing tasks into her phone. She'd have to call Gus's parents and talk to the genies about my medical needs. And do they have a hotel yet? And what are the best guidebooks? And what we should do our research if we only have 3 days. I kind of had a headache, so I downed a couple Advil and decided to take a nap. But I ended up just in bed and replaying the whole picnic with Augustus. I couldn't stop thinking about the little moment when I tensed up as he touched me. The gentle familiarity felt wrong somehow. I thought maybe it was how orchestrated the whole thing had been.
Augustus was amazing, but he'd overdone everything at the picnic. Right down to the sandwiches that were metaphorically resonant, but tasted terrible in the memorized soliloquy that prevented conversation. It all felt romantic, but not romantic. But the truth is that I had never wanted him to kiss me. Not in the way you're supposed to want these things. I was attracted to him. I thought about him in that way, to borrow a phrase from the middle school vernacular. But the actual touch, the realized touch, it was all wrong. Then I found myself worrying I would have to make out with him to get to Amsterdam, which is not the kind of thing you want to be thinking, because A, it shouldn't have even been a question whether I wanted to kiss him, and B, kissing someone so that you can get a free trip is perilously close to full-on hooking. And I have to confess that I fancy myself a particularly good person, particularly. I have like a lisp or something. I can't say certain words. It pisses me off. I do not fancy myself a particularly good person. I never thought my first real sexual action would be prostitutional. But then again, he hadn't tried to kiss me. He'd only touched my face, which is not even sexual. It was not elicit arousal. Oh. It was not a move to elicit arousal, but it was certainly a designed move, because Augustus Waters was no improviser. So what had he been trying to convey, and why hadn't I wanted to accept it? At some point, I realized I was Caitlining, so I decided to text Caitlin and ask for some advice. She called immediately. I have a boy problem. Delicious, Caitlin responded. I told her all about it, complete with the awkward face touching, leaving out only Amsterdam and Augustus's name. You're sure he's hot? She asked when I finished. Pretty sure, I said. Yeah, he used to play basketball for North Central. Wow, how'd you meet him? This hideous support. Caitlin said. Out of curiosity, how many legs does this guy have? Like 1.4, I said, smiling. Basketball players were famous in Indiana, and although Caitlin didn't go to North Central, her social connectivity was endless. Augustus Waters, she said. Maybe. Oh my God, I've seen him at parties. The things I would do to that boy.
Damn.
Ooh.
It's getting hot in this book.
Okay, the things I would... I mean, not now that I know you're interested in him, but... Oh, sweet holy Lord. I would ride a one-legged pony all the way around the corral. The corral.
Woo.
Caitlin, I said, sorry. Don't you think you'd have to be on top? Caitlin, I said. What were we talking about? Right, you and Augustus Waters, maybe. Are you gay? I don't think so. I mean, I definitely like him. Does he have ugly hands? Sometimes beautiful people have ugly hands. No, he has kind of amazing hands. She said. I said. Caitlin said, remember Derek? He broke up with me last week because he decided there was something fundamentally incompatible. He broke up with me last week because he decided there was something fundamentally incompatible about us deep down, and that we'd only get hurt more if we played it out. He called it primitive dumping. So maybe you have this premonition, or
Preemptive.
oh, preemptive dumping. Preemptive dumping.
Wow.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It's hardcore.
It's preemptive dumping. So maybe you have this premonition. So maybe you have this premonition that there is something incompatible, fundamentally incompatible, and you're preempting the preemption.
Wow.
I said. Yeah, it's a lot of big words. I said. I'm just thinking out loud here. Sorry about Derek. Oh, over it, darling. It took me a sleeve of Girl Scout Thin Mints and 40 minutes to get over that. I laughed. Well, thanks, Caitlin. In the event you do hook up with him, I expect lascivious details. But of course, I said, and then Caitlin put a kissy sound into the phone, and I said bye. And she hung up.
96.
We're on 96, the top. 96, the top, and we're reading 5 stars, John Green. This is Yosh, you live with me, blah, blah, blah. And
The book is heating up!
The book is heating up, and if you think I read like a 3-year-old, it's because I'm trying to work on my reading. I suck at reading.
No, you don't.
Out loud and pronouncing words. I know there are some words that I don't know. I don't know every fucking word. And yeah. It's a learning process. So if you know it, great for you. If you don't, then learn it with me because I don't know it. With that said, I love you, Amanda, and I'm gonna start on page 96. I realized while listening to Caitlin that I didn't have a
Premonition.
Oh, premonition. I realized while listening to Caitlin of hurting him. I had a post-monition. I pulled out my laptop and looked at Mathers. The physical similarities were striking. Same steroidally round face, same nose, same approximate overall body shape, but her eyes were dark brown, mine are green, and her complexion was much darker Italian or something. Thousands of people, literally thousands of people, had left condolence messages for her. It was an endless scroll of people who missed her, so many that it took me an hour of clicking to get past the "I'm sorry you're dead" wall posts for you wall posts. She died a year ago of brain cancer. I was able to click through some of her pictures. Augustus was in a bunch of the earlier ones. Pointing with a thumbs up to the jagged scars across her bald skull, arm in arm at the Memorial Hospital's playground, with their backs facing the camera, kissing while Caroline held the camera out so you could only see their noses and closed eyes. The most recent pictures were all of her before, when she was healthy. Uploaded post-mortem by friends. A beautiful girl, wide-hipped and curvy, with long, straight, dead black hair falling over her face. My healthy self looked very little like her healthy self. But our cancer selves might have been sisters. No wonder he'd stared at me the first time he saw me. I kept clicking back to this one wall post, written 2 months ago, by one of her friends. "We all miss you so much. It just ends. It feels like we're all wounded in your battle, Caroline. We're all in your battle, Caroline. I miss you. I love you." After a while, Mom and Dad announced it was time for dinner. I shut the computer and got up, but I couldn't get the wall post out of my mouth, and for some reason it made me nervous and unhungry. I kept thinking about my shoulder and I kept thinking about my shoulder, which hurt, And also, I still had the headache, but maybe only because I'd been thinking about a girl who died of brain cancer. I kept telling myself to compartmental.
Yeah.
Wait, I want
You got
to compartmentalize.
Boom.
I kept telling myself to compartmentalize, to be here now at the circular table, arguably too large in diameter for 3 people, and definitely too large for 2. And a black bean burger that all the ketchup in the world could not adequately with this soggy broccoli and a black bean burger that all the ketchup in the world could not adequately moisten. How do you say that? Like,
Yeah.
moisten.
Yeah.
I told myself that imagining a met in my brain or my shoulder would not affect the visible reality going on inside of me. Therefore, all such thoughts were wasted moments in a life composed of definitional, finite set of short moments. I even tried to tell myself to live my best day. I even tried to tell myself to live my best day. For the longest time, I couldn't figure out why something a stranger had written on the internet to a different and deceased stranger was bothering me so much and making me worry that there was something inside my brain, which really did hurt. Although I knew from years of experience that pain is a blunt and non-specific diagnostic instrument. We're on the top of page 98. Because there had not been an earthquake in Papua
New Guinea.
Papua New Guinea.
I know, girl.
Papua New Guinea.
Hi, Kimberly.
Papua New Guinea.
Kimberly's from Papua New Guinea. I met
How do you
her.
know?
I don't know. I met her like 15 years ago.
In Papua New Guinea that day. My parents were all hyper-focused, so I could not hide this flash flood of anxiety. Is everything alright? Asked my mom as I ate. Uh-huh, I said. I took a bite of a swallowed. Tried to say something that a normal person whose brain was not drowning in panic would say. The broccoli and the burgers? A little, Dad said. Pretty exciting that you might go to Amsterdam. Yeah, I said. I tried not to think about the word wounded, which of course is a way of thinking about it. Hazel, my mom said, where are you right now? Just thinking, I guess, I said. Twitter patted.
What?
Twitter patted, my dad said, smiling. Twitter patted, my dad said, smiling. I am not a bunny. I am in love with Gus Waters or anyone, I answered, way too defensively. I am not a bunny. I am not in love with Gus Waters or anyone, I answered. Wait, so she wouldn't even say it like that. I am not a bunny. I am not in love with Gus Waters or anyone, I answered, way too defensively, wounded. Like Caroline had been a bomb, and when she blew up, everyone around her was left with embedded shrapnel.
Mm-hmm.
Dad asked me if I was working on anything for school. I've got some very advanced algebra, I told him. So advanced that I couldn't possibly explain it to a layperson. Isaac? Blind, I said. You're being very teenager today, Mom said. She seemed annoyed about it. Is this what you wanted, Mom? To be teenagery? Well, not necessarily this kind of teenagery, but of course, your mother and I are excited to see you become a young woman, making friends, and going on dates. I'm not going on dates, I said. I don't want to go on dates with anyone. It's a terrible idea, and a huge waste of time. And, honey, my mom said, what's wrong? I'm like a grenade. I'm a grenade, and at some point I'm going to blow up, and I would like to minimize the casualties, okay? My dad tilted his head a little to the side, like a scolded puppy. I'm a grenade, I said. I just want to stay away from people and think and be with you guys because there's nothing I can do about hurting you. You're too invested. So just please let me do that, okay? I'm not depressed. I don't need to get out more, be a regular teenager, because I'm a grenade. Hazel, Dad said. Hazel, Dad said, and then choked up. He cried a lot, my dad. I'm going to my room and read for a while. I'm going to my room and read for a while, okay? I'm fine. I really am fine. I just want to go read for a while. You want to get this page? Page 100.
I started out trying to read this novel I'd been assigned. I lived in a tragically thin-walled home, so I could hear much of the whispered conversation that ensued. My dad saying, "It kills me," and my mom saying, "That's exactly what she doesn't need to hear," and my dad saying, "I'm sorry, but," and my mom saying, "Are you not grateful?" and him saying, "God, of course I'm grateful." I kept trying to get this story, but so I turned on my computer to listen to some music, and with Augustus's favorite band, The Hectic Glow, as my soundtrack, I went back to Caroline Mather's tribute pages, reading about how heroic her fight was, and how much she was missed, how she was in a better place, and how she would live forever in their memories, and how everyone who knew her was laid low by her leaving. Maybe I was supposed to hate Caroline Mathers or something. She'd been with Augustus, but I didn't. I couldn't see her very clearly amid all the tribute, but there didn't seem to be too much hate. She seemed to be mostly a professional, sick person like me, which made me worry that when I died, they'd have nothing to say about me except that I fought heroically, as if only thing I'd ever done was have cancer. Anyway, eventually, I started reading Caroline Mather's little notes, which were mostly actually written by her parents, because I guess her brain cancer was of the variety that makes you not before it makes you not alive.
So it was all like, Caroline continues to have behavioral problems. She's struggling a lot with anger and frustration over not being able to speak. We are all frustrated about these things, too, of course. More socially acceptable ways of dealing with our anger. Gus has taken to calling Caroline Hulk Smash, which resonates with the doctors. There's nothing easy about this for any of us, but you take your humor where you can get it. Hoping to go home on Thursday, we'll let you know. She didn't go home on Thursday, needless to say. So of course I tensed up when he touched me. To be with him was to hurt him, inevitably. And that's what I hold on. Starting to get mad. And that's what I'd felt as he reached for me. I'd felt as though I were committing to an act of violence against him, because I was. I wanted to text him. I wanted to avoid a whole conversation about it. Hi, so okay, I don't know if you'll understand this, but I can't kiss you or anything. Not that you'd necessarily want to, but I can't. When I try to look at you like that, that's what I'm going to put you through. Maybe that doesn't make sense to you. Anyway, sorry. He responded later. Okay. I wrote back, okay. He responded, oh, he responded, oh my God, stop flirting with me. I just said, okay. My phone buzzed. I was kidding, Hazel Grace. I understand, but we both know that. We both know that okay is a what? But we both know that okay is a very flirty word. Okay is bursting sensuality. Okay is bursting with sensuality. I was very tempted to respond okay again, but I pictured him at my funeral, and that helped me text properly. Sorry. I tried to go to sleep with my headphones still on, but then after a while my mom and dad came in. Mom grabbed Bluey from the shelf and hugged him in her stomach, and my dad sat down in my desk chair, and without crying he said, "You are not a grenade, not to us. Thinking about you dying makes us. You are not a grenade. You are amazing. You can't know, sweetie. because you never had a baby become a brilliant young reader with a side interest in horrible television shows. But the joy you bring us is so much greater than the sadness we feel about your illness. Okay, I said. Really? My dad said. Okay, I said. Really? I said, I wouldn't bullshit you about this. If you were more trouble than you're worth, we'd just toss you out on the streets. We're not sentimental people, Mom added, deadpan. We'd leave you in the orphanage with a note pinned to your pajamas. I laughed. You don't have to go to support group, Mom added. You don't have to, except go to school. She handed me the bear. I think Bluey can sleep on the shelf tonight, I said. Let me remind you that I am more than 33. I am more than 33 years old. Wouldn't it be 33 and a half? 33 half years old. Keep him tonight, she said. Mom, I said.
Does he mean the 30?
Let me remind you that I'm more than...
No, I'm saying, like, is he saying that he's 33 or is he 60?
That's the mom. The mom's saying that.
Right, am I more than 33?
Let me remind you that I am more than 33 half.
33 half years would be like 16 and a half. Or something, I don't know. I'll have to look into it.
Isn't it 6 and a half?
Yeah.
But he didn't put half. I'm 33 half years old.
Right.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay. He's lonely, she said. Oh my God, Mom, I said, but I took stupid Bluey and kind of cuddled with him as I fell asleep. My arm draped over Bluey. In fact, when I awoke just after 4 in the morning with an apocalyptic pain fingering out from the unreachable center of my head.
Wow. Intense. So we just finished about a third of the book.
Yeah. We're on chapter 7 now, but we'll read that to ourselves and pick up on chapter 8 next. What'd you think of it?
I liked it. I liked it a lot.
So they almost kissed, but they didn't. And now she's like, she doesn't want to put him through the kissing him and like giving him emotion, because he already went through this. He just went through this a couple months ago.
It's a rough scenario.
And he is putting himself in that same position. I don't know, maybe he's drawn to that. Attracted to her.
A rough spot.
Yeah. And maybe she reminds him, well, obviously she reminds him of his old girlfriend, and she's not alive anymore. I don't know. What do you think?
I like it. I like the book a lot. There's so many things going on or starting to develop. Relationships.
Do you think they're gonna kiss?
No, it's too early.
Too early?
Yeah, I'd say like.
I'd say around chapter 10.
Yeah.
They're gonna kiss.
We shall see.
What do you guys think?
Hi, Emma and Eddie. I love you.
I think they're gonna.
Whoa.
I don't think so, but what do you guys think is gonna happen in the next chapter? I love you, Heather. They're gonna kiss. They'll kiss soon. I wish like I could stop the comments. You guys have any comments or anything like about the book, like anything? Instead of just writing I love you guys too, but I kind of want to talk about the book.
Oh.
I think they're gonna get deeper in there. I missed it.
They go by so fast, these comments, you can't, it's hard to read sometimes.
It's actually starting to get interesting, yeah. should watch the movie when you're. Yeah. Same. I love you guys too.
Someone just asked, how do you like the book so far, Cam?
Well, I've answered that a million times.
What's your favorite part?
My favorite part in the book so far is probably with his friend. His friend's Isaac, right?
Yeah.
The one that goes blind. When he was smashing, when Isaac was smashing like all the trophies, and then I actually laughed when, because I didn't catch it when the nurse was like, "You'll see." I didn't catch it at first. I didn't catch the pun, and then he was like, "Seriously, did you?"
Right.
That's funny.
That was pretty funny. I agree.
What's your favorite part?
I mean, I just liked it this chapter when she said, like, I'm not like a prostitute, like I'm not just gonna kiss you and
Yeah. Intention to kiss her. I don't think.
I don't know.
Because I would do something like that. You know how we're talking about when you make a girl like wait to kiss you? It makes it like a lot more like I'll do something intentionally to like make it seem like I'm going to do something, and then when I do the exact opposite, they're like what?
Right.
Like every typical guy will do that thing, but I think Augustus isn't like that typical guy. Smooth. So smooth.
He's got some game from his daddy.
What do you guys think? Can you be my Augustus Water? Favorite character is Gus. So basically you're being a tease. You'll keep people around if you're a tease. Would you date Hazel if you could? I don't know. Your reading voice. Thank you, but I need to work on reading out loud, like pronouncing words. Who can you relate to in the book? I can relate to Isaac, because like a lot of times I get really mad and I'll just smash like crazy. Yeah. And then Gus, I like how he thinks outside of the box, and he's always ahead of the game.
Yeah, he's got interesting ways to look at things.
Yeah. I have not seen the movie. Hi from Scotland. I'm Scottish, so hi. So I think I have some family out there. Bryant's here. Say what's up.
I just dropped off Nash to his class.
What do you think? I want to see you mad and smashing things. No, you don't. I started to get mad when I was reading the book, kind of, because I couldn't pronounce that word. I kept getting it wrong.
Are your pictures uploaded, Josh?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Any other questions, guys? What do you think about Hazel? What do you think about Hazel?
Character. Still, I want to see what's going on.
Yeah.
I need more. I don't like
The author that they visit in Amsterdam, idiot. What?
What? John Green.
She's very analytical too. Like she always like examines things like really through. She thoroughly examines things.
I think a lot of girls just analyze. Which is okay.
Will you cry, Cam? Probably not. I can cry if I like myself. If I watch the movie, I will cry probably. What do you think will be the reaction
From Hazel if Gus dies.
if Gus died? really regret not kissing him. But with, I don't know. I don't think she connects with anyone other than her mom. I actually think she connects with him more than her mom, or it's like a new thing. But obviously, her and her mom have like more history together, so she would choose her mom. Do you think?
Right.
Do you guys think Hazel would choose if she had to choose, or Gus? Who do you think she would choose?
Gus.
Gus. Her mom.
It's a good way to do a vote.
I like her haircut. Her haircut's... You can't choose between the two. I know it's hard.
A lot of Gus.
Mom, because she really cares about her. I think she would choose her mom.
I would hope she would choose her mom.
I think she would choose her mom because she's already vested
Her life.
her mom's already vested her life in helping her, and she just got done saying that she didn't want to hurt anyone else,
Right.
and that she wouldn't want to hurt Gus anymore anyways. So she would just choose her mom because she knows her mom already. But that makes sense. Wait, do you know what happens? I don't know what happens at all.
No spoilers.
I want to start reading like another book, like a book that I can just constantly read.
Let's ask them if they have any ideas for.
Do you guys have any like suggestions for a book I should read? Like separately, just by myself.
Maze Runner.
How'd you feel if Hazel and Isaac dated?
Someone said The Giver.
I don't think they're fit.
50 Shades of Grey. Divergent. Maze Runner. There's a lot of Maze Runner in here.
I think I like because the movie's coming out soon with Dylan O'Brien. He's gonna be a boss. 50 Shades of Grey. You know the movie's coming out.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm upset. I was hoping that dude from Sons of Anarchy would be in the movie because he's like such a great actor. I don't know, it just didn't work out, or like there were some Hollywood issues. But I was hoping he'd be the lead because my wife's favorite like dude.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh,
Someone said
The Giver.
If I stay.
It's for real. Yes, that's true.
Someone said loving the Dr. Pickle shirt.
oh, thank you.
Oh yeah, but thanks for reading with us, guys.
This dude.
He looks like Ryan Gosling kind of.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom
All right.
really quick.
You good?
Where do you want to go eat, guys?
We're still live. We could go to Toast or one of those places.
Oh, why don't we go to Milk?
Milk done.
What's the crossing street?
Hi, Eddie. I love you.
Milk on what? Is it on Sun? Nah.
Love you.
I love you too.
Dallas Bieber. Okay, I'll follow you.
Hey everyone. Taking over Cam's live. Some pictures in here from San Antonio. Here's Yosh. See if you guys can see that. It might be too bright. Here's Yosh with fans. It's Hayes. Got a bunch of pictures of the boys. I uploaded these to my computer last night. I also got video footage of some of you girls. I was asking you girls like questions like who's your favorite what's your favorite video and stuff.
I like your shirt, Brian. Your Yeet Crew.
Someone made this for me over in San Antonio. Check out the back.
We all have that one. And me and Yosh are gonna start working out.
Decent. Decent.
What kind of camera is that? It's a Mark III. A Mark 5D.
Yeah. With the new one,
The Canon 5D Mark III.
they come out with the new one like every 4 years.
Yeah. I hear when they come out with a new camera, it takes like 4 to 5 years to come out with another one.
Yeah, the new one will be out like in like 5 years.
In 2020.
But yeah, I hope you guys have a good day, and I love you guys. I love you, but I love you guys too. Next week we will do chapter 8, and yeah.
What time?
To be determined.
I could hear your peeing, Cameron.
That's
It was really loud, huh?
Oh, so I got nominated for the Teen Choice Award.
Yeet. Yeet.
Low key nervous if I win it.
You're gonna
But-
win it.
Like I'm supposed to have a speech,
Yeah.
like quick speech. I'm just gonna be like,
On the way there. Or something.
thank you to my family and friends. Most importantly, like, and thank you to. Do I say fans or followers?
Just say followers.
I don't know.
What do you guys think I should say? Thank you to my fans or my followers? Like you guys. Like I'm speaking to you guys. I feel awkward saying fans. Yeah, fans. Okay.
Alright.
Okay. Yeeters.
Eaters. Thanks to all my eaters.
Thanks all my eaters.
People at the bill. That.
Thanks to.
Fans. Wow.
Thanks to all my eaters.
And that'd be like a really big inside joke if I was like, thanks to all my eaters.
Right. Oh, that'd be amazing.
And like most importantly, thank you to God.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Good job.
We're gonna go eat right now, but thanks for coming this week. If you just got on, we're reading, or you don't know it, we're reading The Fault in Our Stars. John Green. Read chapter 7 by yourself, and then we'll read chapter 8 next week. And I love you, Kennedy and Linda. And
How was San Antonio, Cam?
it was fun.
Haunted.
Fun. Haunted.
Haunted. Spooky. Woo.
Yeah. Me, Yosh, and Nash, we all got on, like we went up the stairs and we went through that like restricted area and we climbed over it. Creepy stuff. And then we were playing tag with our with our fans in like the hotel, and they're like trying to catch us, but
Too fast.
no, we're too fast. We're too good. Got to meet a lot of cool people. Other than that, I don't know. We didn't really do much besides go to the hotel
Yeah.
and then meet everyone else.
Saw some movies.
Yeah. Oh, we saw the Hercules.
Hercules in that like space movie.
Hercules and that cool.
Oh, the Galaxy.
Yeah.
We saw a Galaxy movie. You know, the Galaxy did pretty good in the box offices.
Yeah, everyone says it was good, but like
To each their own.
maybe it was the screen. It was
I liked
too big.
Hercules and I liked the theater we watched it in. It had
Yeah,
like
it has some really awesome theaters.
these big like couches that you could lay down on.
Leather couches.
I'm about to go on Twitter and follow some of you really. Well, I'll follow like 5 of you really quick. Tweet me something right now. Tweet me something random, like something funny. Something funny.
Bye, Emma and Eddie, if you're listening. I love you.
Are they watching?
They were
Yeah.
last.
Don't tell me what to do.
Whoa.
Cocaine Cam.
Whoa.
You know. Limes are red, but they are actually purple. Fun fact. What?
Interesting.
Wait.
Something funny. Ironic. Yeah, that's very ironic. Yeah. Magco Stella. Why did the skeleton go to the Chinese? To get some spare ribs. Haha, you probably already knew that. Why does it have to be Chinese? Why? Never eat your shoes. That's
good.
That's good. Who said that? Veronica Leah.
Someone tweeted me a screenshot of this.
Netflix.
Netflix.
This is a no flex zone, so
Yeah.
this is a.
Thanks for the screenshot, whoever tweeted.
Whoa, flew.
Hey, oh yeah. If you have any screenshots, tweet them to us. Hashtag Cam's
Look at
Book
that
Club.
one.
This one's good.
Hashtag Cam's Book Club and everything. Did you have Lucky Charms for breakfast? Because you look magically delicious. Heard it a million times.
Oh.
Ooh. Well, it's my first time, so I followed that person.
No flex.
Chill.
Zone. Hashtag Cam's Book Club. If you have any screenshots, or if you want to tweet me something right now.
Someone said Yosh
check
needs
them
Snapchat.
while I go to lunch.
If you guys think Yosh should make a Snapchat, say yes. If you want to see his Snapchat stories.
Bye guys. Love you. Follow us on Snapchat. Cameron Dallas.
Bye.
I don't know yours, right?
That's lava.
Peace. Love you guys.
My goodness.
Everyone's saying yes, Yosh.
Didn't end.